You know, most honest criticism is the person who don't know you, doesn't care about you, and just listening to the song to see whether they like it. If they like it, then you know you're going somewhere with that person. You got to make thousands of people like it. There are different distributors that I would suggest, and there are different internet shows that I would suggest. And I think I'm going to go on this subject for distribution for the next couple of weeks. What I want to do is interview a couple of different people so that way you find out about their business, who they are, and all that. I don't want to give you any advice right now as to who until we do a couple of interviews. As you see, these weekly, whatever you want to call what I'm doing, okay. Let's just say I'm providing information to you, whoever you may be, wherever you are. Understand that the information I give you, you can go and check it thoroughly. Do whatever you want to do. I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm very confident that the information that I'm giving you is going to get you to where you want to go to. Your distribution deal can be a deal for your company, or it could be a deal for a single, or it could be a deal for an album, or it could be off of somebody else's record company, somebody else that has a label deal that could probably just have you piggyback off their deal. Whenever you do that situation, remember, you're eating off of somebody who's already eating off of somebody else. Okay? And what I'm saying is, if they're getting $1, all right, and they bring you into the pie, you're getting part of that dollar, all right, after they split it. Publishing. Wow, and you're a writer, and you're writing your own songs, you just garnish some more money. You're able to make some more money on that end. Imagine if they play your song on any one of the top TV shows. That's big bang right there. Performance. That helps your distribution. If you have a city that's playing your record, you gotta go visit that city. You gotta go to that city. You gotta do some performances. You gotta appear on the radio station. You gotta be there to pump up the sales of your record. So think about this. If you have to go to, let's say, Texas, for example, hotels, expenses to eat, you got to take people out to lunch. You got to do some of the things that you need to do to smooth it out, to build a relationship with them. If you do that in 10 cities, and even if you just spent $1,000 a city, that's 10 G's right there, gone. Right? That has no guarantees. But you have to do that in a certain period of time. In a month or 2 months or 3 months, you have to promote that single. And then you're going to drop another single. We haven't even talked about the video. Video distribution is totally different. Now you got cable shows, you got MTV, VH1, BET, you got all these cable networks, all these outlets, Music Choice, all these outlets to play your video. But guess what? Every one of those outlets has different requirements. All right, you have to interview with each one of these outlets and see whether your video is capable of being put on the list to be played, because that gives you more visibility, that gives you more sales, and all this stuff you can put out. The beauty of the internet is that you can put out a single and get a buzz on the signal, and do well with that single. Excuse me. But you could do 2 or 3 singles and then jump right into the album, which is what I would suggest. Do 3 singles, do 2 videos, and jump into your album. Be prepared, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is get on this train ride, and then all of a sudden you can't hang on. You can no longer sit on the train ride. It's going, it's moving, and guess what? It left you. And you're sing, everybody say, "Oh yeah, that was a great record. You got another one?" That's what people talk about. Your burn rate for your money has to go consistently with the timing of what you're doing. It's important that the team of people that you hire, right? You're gonna hire people, because the people who get the records on the radio, the people that pump up your records in the club, the people that do all this stuff, everybody, That's why they're in the business for. They're in the business to make money doing this. They have the relationships and the contacts, and you'll be spending money to have those people build those relationships for you. You gotta have a good team of people. The music business is a 24/7 job. You gotta have a passion for it. If you don't have a passion for this, now I'm gonna tell you this. And I'm telling you now, so that way you understand. Then you go back to this episode and listen to me. If you're not ready for this business, don't do it. Don't get in the music business, okay? It's not gonna be. It's not a business to build a family. And when I talk about a family, keep a family. So remember, you gotta go on tour. You gotta go to different cities. You gotta spend money. You gotta do all this kind of stuff, and you're not gonna be around with the kids that much, or with the wife that much, because you're gonna be doing all this stuff, or vice versa. You're not gonna be with your husband that much. So these are decisions. This is what you have to process. I guess you want to know. Okay, I get a distribution deal. What happens? Well, you're gonna sign a contract with a distributor. A distributor is gonna say to you, well, we're gonna need, depending on what kind of deal you have. If you have a deal where you're pressing your own joints, you're gonna make a lot more money than you have a deal when they're pressing joints for you. Okay, what kind of money? You can make, let's say, anywhere between $6.50 and $7.50, $6.50 and $7.50 per album sale if you're pressing up your own joints. Now, if you're not, you can make anywhere from 25 cents to $1.15, $1.25. If you're not, because somebody else is pressing the joint, somebody else is making sure it's distributed. They're doing all the work for you, so they're banking that this is going to sell and do well. And advance, you're talking about an advance. Distributors hardly give advances. Well, I'm not going to say that they don't, but what I'm saying is very seldom do they give advances. They have to really believe in a project. A good distributor will know about the buzz on your project and will say, I'm hearing about this record. I believe in your project. And you know what? I'll give you an advance for you to sign with me. Well, most of the time, they're going to want an exclusive. This distribution worldwide and USA. You want a distributor USA because you want to keep your licensing deals open worldwide. You want to be able to go to the UK, Germany, and Paris and places like that and do licensing deals in all those pockets that brings in money into your company. I think that for now, what we talked about, I gave you a couple of things to think about. Like I said, every Saturday, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop different subjects. You can email me at heavyrotationpromo@yahoo.com. If you want me to answer some of your questions, you have questions for me? Okay, once again, my name is Al Pizarro. I told you I work with Interscope Records. Believe me, you're not seeing the plaque behind me for no reason. I strategically put this there so that way you understand that I'm not hyping you. I'm not giving you any BS. I'm the real deal when it comes to knowing what I know. I've been doing it for a while. So I wish you a whole lot of success. Hopefully I see you next week. If I don't see you next week, it's not a problem. But for those of you that tune in next week, we're going to go deeper into distribution. I'll probably get some of my friends to be on, I'll interview a couple of my friends that are distributors themselves. And we can ask them a couple of questions. Hit me with your email. Hit me back. And just let me know what questions, what subject matter you want me to talk about. Whatever it is. All right? And don't think that I'm not going to talk about promotion. If you want to be a promoter promoting a club. If you want to do concert promotions. Okay, all those different things that you can do in the music business. All right, even if you're a graphic artist, I'll bring that into it. Websites, all those things. I mean, you need all those components. And how can I say that I'm giving you information in the music business if I didn't have the contacts for those things? Really. So, I guess until next week. All right, I'm signing off. Al Pizarro, Heavy Rotation Promotion, and good luck. I hope you got what it takes. Bye.